I can almost just ping him down to death without even attacking. This is crazy. Mayhem Devil number 3 on board. Hello everyone, it's the Red Goose, and today on our random Black Wednesday deck tech, we ended up with the colors of Rakdos. I haven't made a Rakdos deck yet for the channel, so I'm pretty excited here. I went with the Aristocrats version. I thought that seemed like the most fun. I've been playing some Knights recently off camera, and also I did some Knights and Wolves Abzan video not long ago, which I'll link up there. But the Aristocrats, however you want to pronounce it, it's basically what it means. It has your typical combo. It has the Witch's Oven, and it has your Cauldron Familiar. They're your primary generators of this whole deck, but there are other synergies that are pretty heavily as well. You also have some Gutter Bones. These guys are great because of the recursion in and of themselves, so they're good targets to sacrifice. Plus dealing 2 damage, you know, if they get to swing in, that adds up. Because this is a very combo heavy deck. It's about pinging your opponents down. You don't smash with anything really massive in this deck. It's about whittling them down little here and there, with no real big finishers other than the combo itself. One of Lazotep Reaver, I think he could probably switch him out, or he's just a sacrifice body essentially, because for 2 CMC to get out 2 bodies, one as a 1/2, that's okay. It's really just a generator to sacrifice though. Or your Mayhem Devil, this guy. So besides the Cauldron Familiar and the Witch's Oven, he's your main core of this deck. He is what allows the pinging down of creatures, planeswalkers, your opponent's face. If you get 2 of these on the board, or heck even 3, it's just massive the amount of damage you can do for free each turn. 4 of your Midnight Reaper. These guys are one of your main card draw engines, especially if you have a cat on the board with an oven. Every time you sacrifice the cat, you get another trigger. And you might be thinking, oh, well, you're taking all that damage because of the Midnight Reaper. Well, the cat, when you bring it back, gives you that life back immediately. Essentially, you're going net neutral on your life total while you keep pinging down your opponent with the cat for a card draw each turn. It's ridiculous if they don't disrupt this combo quickly. Priest of Forgotten Gods, these guys are another piece of the combo. She taps to sacrifice 2 of your own creatures, to have your opponent sacrifice 1 of their creatures. You deal 2 damage to them, you draw a card, and you get 2 mana. So it's a big swing in multiple ways, but especially if you have like a Mayhem Devil on the board, the amount of sacrificing going on, you're just pinging all sorts of different creatures' face. It's just absolutely brutal the combos you can do with it. Some Rankle, Master of Pranks. So a hasty body dealing 3 in the air with, you know, so evasion, but also gives you that flexibility of sacrificing a creature, having your opponent discard a card, pinging for 1 extra damage, or drawing you a card if you're needing it. He's just so flexible, really great addition to the deck. Engrath's Rampage. Certain decks rely on massive planeswalkers or like an artifact that you can sometimes get out from under them, like a Witch's Oven. But just be careful that they don't sacrifice 1 of their creatures to get a food token out when you use this on the stack, because then they'll just sacrifice their food token instead. Or if you go up something big like Simic Ramp and they have a huge Cavalier of Thorns or a huge Hydroid Krasis, you play this, have them sacrifice it, and for 2 CMC you just took out their biggest creature. Claim the Firstborn synergizes very well with this deck also. It takes 1 of their creatures, gives it haste, so even if it's untapped, it's now tapped and it's swinging. This is good to trigger some spectacle effects if you need it to. Get that extra bit of damage, plus then with your Witch's Oven or your Priest of Forgotten Gods, you just sacrifice it up and you make a free food token. Especially relevant to remember that big things like Hydroid Krasis and Voracious Hydra are 2 CMC, so it hits them too once they're on the board. So you could be swinging in for massive trample damage. Just keep your eye open for those opportunities. 24 lands in the deck, including 3 of the Castle Lock Thwain. I think this is really good. There hasn't been too many games where I felt flooded out or super dry. It's especially relevant to note and remember that the Priest of Forgotten Gods will give you 2 extra mana if you're able to get her tap trigger off as well. So for the sideboard, we got 2 of the drill bit. You go against certain opponents that rely heavily on combo from the backhand, like maybe like a Fires of Invention or something. You want to be able to get rid of those before they hit the board, especially since this deck doesn't have any enchantment removal. 2 of Duress. Once again, a lot of the backhanded decks, you want to use sideboard these Duress-ins to take care of their non-creature big baddies before they can hit the board. 2 of Embereth Shieldbreaker. There's so many artifacts out there though that are targetable and that you want to get rid of, including other people's witches' ovens or lucky clovers. 2 of Massacre Girl. With all your little creatures on the board, if they also go wide too, you can do a complete board clear for 5 CMC. And things like cats you can typically recur. Not to mention if you have a Midnight Reaper on the board or something like that, your disadvantage is going to be massively lower than their disadvantage when you do the board wipe. Noxious Grasp in the deck. There's so many green decks out there nowadays. Consequently, it hits white too. But those big creatures, big planeswalkers, think Nissa, think Krasis, Cavalier of Thorns. That's what this is for. Some Scorching Dragonfire. This is good because for 2 CMC, dealing 3 damage, but also it exiles. So that's relevant against certain recursion creatures such as other Cauldron Familiars or Gutterbones, whatever. And finally, Theater of Horrors. So if you know you're going to go up against an incredibly grindy deck, you can start getting value too by playing this, because you'll be essentially having an additional card to play as time goes on each turn. Overall, I really like Rakdos Aristocrats. It feels almost like a control deck, and sometimes, especially in a mirror match, it just depends on who gets generally 2 or 1 of the Mayhem Devils out before the other person, because then you can automatically start pinging down everything that's relevant. And if you would like to see a random daily deck tech video, consider liking or subscribing. I make a video every day. Catch you guys tomorrow. Alright, so for our Rakdos Aristocrats, looks like we have a pretty decent opening hand here. If they have anything to steal, actually 3 of them, let's mulligan. Alright, this will have to do. Yeah. Keep the 6. So I'm getting rid of the Mayhem Devil here. I don't see a red. Plus, this is a somewhat decent ramp into Mr. Rankle here. Just have a dead turn 2 at this rate. So we're going up against Red Mad. I wonder if he'll be a mono red. I haven't seen mono red in weeks, if not months. I think mono red is dead. Alright, Gutter. Turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Nice little curve going on. Hey, look, a red even. Okay. Yeah, let's swing in. We got our priests. Oh my gosh, look at all the card draw I could get next turn. Back 2. Oh. Alright, so let me go ahead and get this down. Mr. Reaper. You get countered. No, he doesn't. Attack with Gutterbones. Now, if they try any shenanigans, that's draw 3 cards for sacking 2. Which sounds pretty good. He's trying to ramp up. Alright, Simic Ramp. With the Rankle coming down though too, I feel we're about to hit a critical mass here. I don't really want to get rid of these guys if there's no blockers anyways. Just push through with the damage. Yeah. Okay, he just ramped out too hard and it kind of went to nothing. Simic Ramp. Noxious Grass for sure. There's something to be said about Massacre Girl. I think if they get to like a critical mass point, I'm going to want to have these, so I'm going to put them in. Not really any artifacts I'm interested in, or Scorching Fire. I don't know if this is the elemental version or the flash version. If it's elemental, I would consider this to target down the Risen Reef. Let's go for some drill bits too. They have so many huge cards. Krasis, Nissa. What do I want to get rid of though? 7. Lazotep I think is just too slow, too weak. Angraths. Since we put in 3 Noxious Grasp, I'm going to take out 2 of these. I do want to keep them though. They're pretty clutch. Keep some of them. Mayhem Devil. He kind of is what makes us pop off at the end. We'll go down 2 Gutterbones. What? Oh yeah, what about Claim? Let's go down 2 Claim. Because Claim is super good if you can steal one of like their Nissa lands. Because not only are you getting rid of their land, but you're also attacking with it, sacking it, getting a food. We're on the draw. This isn't terrible. We got our Witch's Oven. If somehow we get early damage in, we can get an early drill bit. I'll go ahead and start off with red. Okay. Red mad. Okay, Leafkin Druid. Very nice. Alright, well, I guess we can start being a little bit degenerate here. Too bad he doesn't have any attack damage, because I could deal damage and spectacle. Lost any life. Yeah, 0 doesn't count. Okay. But we don't want him ramping at all, do we? I think this has to be the play. Slow him down just a tad. So I can tap him to put down the priests. Sackadoodle-doo the Leafkin Druid. Alright. Next turn, drill bit. Get rid of any Krasis or... Yeah, so he's ramping up into something here. He wants to get something down. Ooh. So let me see if I can get an attack through. I think the answer is going to be yes. I don't want to pay it for 3 if I don't have to. The spectacle cost, that's very nice. Let's go ahead and see what we can drill. I don't want any of those to come down. I really don't. I think Cavalier is the worst in this instant because not only would he come down and be a problem, but when he dies, he's a problem unless I exile, which I don't really do with this deck. So he's very scary here. Can't cast these anyways. So wow. And there's a Risen Reef. Oh my goodness. He's trying to get lands. He is low. Oh, I kind of like this opening hand, even though I'm going first. Let me go ahead and Castle Lochthwain. I still need a few more pieces to get the combo going, but we'll see what we draw. Oh my. Selesnya Adventures sounds super spooky. I want to get Priest down this turn. Yes, I do. Because next turn, I can sacrifice him. Hopefully he just plays like the human from Lovestruck Beast this turn. Hopefully he doesn't get too much value from him. Okay. I think that was an accident. Okay. Punish accidents. They'll do it to you. You gotta do it to them. Standard rank, you have to. So we have our 3 lands here now. I want to steal him. And then Sackadoodle-doo the Gutter Bones, right? Yeah. He might just concede this first match at this point. I kind of can't blame him. Let's go ahead and attack first. Okay. I was going to attack first, sacrifice, get my 2 mana, get the card draw. Then I'd have 3 mana. We could see what we would play otherwise, other than just throwing the cat out there first. So it's Selesnya tokens. You want your Noxious Grasp. You have to kill the key greens, such as the Edgewall Innkeeper. Also, this is a deck that goes quite wide, so Massacre Girl is very clutch. I think doing Drill Bit would be a little bit too greedy. You know, I'm kind of new-ish to the deck, but I don't want to sideboard too much in right now. Let's see what we're going to take out. Lazotep is good, but just a little bit too slow here. I think one less of Priest of the Forgotten Gods. I'd rather have the things that ping certain things down, such as your Mayhem Devil. I got to get rid of 3 more. Alright, 1 less Claim the Firstborn, 1 less Midnight, and 1 less Angraths. You know what, actually? 1 less Angraths as well there too for 1 Drill Bit. So we have 3 of the Noxious Grass. That's why I'm a little bit okay with less of the Angrath's Rampage. Looks okay. Okay, so we're on the draw here. We have a turn 1, turn 2. I would suspect that we would have this turn 3 available by the time we get there. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep it. It's a slow start, but this is a combo-y deck. It's not aggro. Okay, that's good. That means I can turn 1 Gutter Bones. Even better. Turn 2 Priest, turn 3 Midnight. Don't tell me he kept a 1-land hand. Okay. Whew. I was scared for him there for a minute. Alright, so going for maximum mana value this turn. Gonna go ahead swing with the Gutter Bones. He will not block. I don't think he'll mess up this time. It's about chipping them down, winning where you can. Because it's all about the ping damage in this deck, really. The next turn we have a Priest of Forgotten Gods. The only question is, do I have Midnight plus Priest? And I think the answer might actually be yes. Because this will get me so much card value here. And I feel like he's kind of swinging out the gates here a little bit better than me. I'm gonna sacrifice 2. It's gonna deal 2 damage. I'm gonna gain 2 black mana and draw a card plus 2 cards, and I'll take 2 damage from the Midnight Reaper. All right. So we're sacked. We're gonna get 3 cards. He has to sacrifice a creature. It's gonna be his human. Alright, so now look, we have our combo here. Nice. We are witching the oven, and we are cauldroning familiar as a blocker for the Lovestruck Beast. So unless he answers that, I don't think he can, no matter what, honestly. That 5/5 is effectively neutered. Too bad we didn't draw a land there, but I'm really hoping that this next one is going to be a land. There's a 45% chance. Protection from black. I mean, that works. Like, with all the sacrifice we have, I'm not really too concerned about a 2/1. Pass my turn. I was like, I will 100% take that trade. I will kill the edge wall. Not even gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Okay, so now we're back. The Mayhem Devil, this is gonna be pretty awesome, right? Alright, good for him. He did that. So where's my last? Where's my land? Okay. Yep, that Apostle was actually something I wasn't expecting. So good call on him. I think I have to do this because I cannot let him get any more card draw at this point. Yeah. Alright, very unfortunate. I might take a little damage here. That has to happen. Once again, I do have sacrifice mechanics for the opponent. So this Apostle, you know, it's doing work already, but I don't think it's gonna make or break the game for us per se. I just need more lands to play my cards, play my combo. Has he got something from hand? Like, he keeps targeting things. But I think he's debating using his mana to exile the Gutter Bones here. Okay, Giant Killer. And Luxodon. So he's going the wide route, and he still has 2 mana left over to exile a Gutter Bones or something. So this is an interesting turn. Let's see here. Okay, so I can get the land down. This gets me up to 4 potentially, but I don't really want to sacrifice that just yet. If I put the Mayhem Devil down, I can kill this Giant Killer. Right? So a second Mayhem Devil down. This is a... I think this will still work to get rid of the Giant Killer. He's gonna exile the cat though. I mean, it's inevitable. You gotta do it. Actually, I can get rid of something stronger than the Giant Killer. I can get rid of this Luxodon. So here's 1, 2. Okay. Here we go. And now we have our Cauldron Familiar blocker. 3, 4. Alright, so 1, 2 are on the stack. Right? 1, 2. So this is 3, 4. So it's just going to be 2 extra damage. I can't kill anything with this, so it has to go face. He just caused me to use an extra food is all. Alright, so we got him down. I'm going to hold back the Mayhem Devils because now he can't attack with the Giant Killer one way or the other. No, I need to be pushing face here. Because if he taps it anyways, he's not going to be attacking because he's tapped himself. So I have a 3rd Mayhem Devil. Oh my gosh. That's just a mana cost. He doesn't tap out for that, so that's kind of spooky. But what's his last card in hand? That's the real question. I'm at 20 health. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. Wow. This is so good. I can kill his Love-Struck Beast here. I think I'm gonna. I don't think I even need to shock that in, do I? But I might. I'm gonna do it in case for some reason I need to with the food. What? I can actually just... 1, 2, 3... I can almost just ping him down to death without even attacking. This is crazy. Mayhem Devil number 3 on board. Ooh! Alright, so Rakdos Aristocrats, we got some turn 1s, we have some turn 3s, Fabled Passage to go ahead and get our red. We'll play the Gutter Bones on turn 1. We don't know who we're up against. He kept all 7. Maybe Gruul, maybe Temur. Alright, so next turn we can Witch's Oven, Fabled Passage, guarantee our turn 3 Mayhem or Midnight. So probably the Temur Adventure, Temur Clover, and that's pretty spooky. We don't have too much artifact removal here at the beginning. Yeah, we need to get the engine going here, but we also need some damage. So let's push with the Gutter Bones first. Alright, so he doesn't have a random shock. Okay, just guaranteeing a turn 3 here if we choose to do this. Alright, he could have a Flame Sweep. That would be pretty ridiculous. Yep. So because it's instant speed, no matter what I would have done there, he would have immediately responded on the stack with that. So good job mainboarding the Flame Sweep. Usually that's a wishboard option. So it's Temur Reclamation. So we know we're going against root snares and all that fun stuff. This will probably be useless. Good to know. Let's attack again. Flame Sweep. Ready? Wow. So Flame is going to be decent for that. I want to get maximum value out of my mana. Enchantment, unfortunately. This is only artifacts. Alright, so we can sacrifice his Bone Crusher Giant, should he choose to play it. I don't know, he's got Reclamation, he could pop off Chemist's Insight and all those crazy shenanigans. It's just gonna be spooky here. It got spooky fast. So he's got 6 mana. What's he gonna do with it? He can't Expansion Explosion, can he? No, he can't. Alright, Chemist's Insight. He's looking for his root snares. It's that much right there. My turn. Yes, yes. The play here is... Go ahead and grab him. Are you ready for the... Root Snare? Too bad I can't use the stomp. That would deal with the damage prevented clause. Okay. Well, we're pinging him down, and the good thing about the yes. Yes. Here we go. The good thing we find ourselves the situation with the root snare is that the pings from the Mayhem Devils or Cauldron Familiars, right? So he can only use his instants or sorceries. Instants, I mean. So he's got a stomp. He's got an opt. Another chemisters. So basically, if we don't kill him this turn, things are going to get pretty spooky. And I think we might be able to pull it off, honestly. Unless he kills off our Mayhem Devils, I think we're okay. If he has Expansion Explosion, we could be punished a little bit. Okay. So, we need to get rid of enchantments, but we can't do that, except for maybe with a drill bit or a duress. I think the Angrath's Rampage are going to be essentially useless, and that leaves us with a perfect 60, right? Give that a try. Okay, game 2, so we'll be on the draw. Duress, I like. The rest of it, not necessarily a whole lot, but I like the duress. We have a cat in an oven, so, you know, decent combo. If he puts a creature out, we can claim it, then sack it. But still, if he pops off, it's going to be crazy. I feel like Rakdos Aristocrats has an edge against Reclamation because of the whole gets around the root snare clause. What you got, fam? What you got? What you got? Yeah. Turn to nature. Goodbye. And now he knows what we got. But next turn, Witch's Oven, and then the Cauldron Familiar. We'll be fine. We'll be okay. This is going to get us consequential life gain throughout the match, and then he's just going to have to get a really crazy Expansion Explosion and or miss it, which is possible. If he ramps out into it, you know, kind of perfectly, it's definitely doable. Double Oven. But let's get it going right now. We can get one activation this turn. Well, one plus another one, right? And if he's holding on to this Scorching Dragonfire, no, actually, I think this doesn't interact with the stack, so whenever I want, we're fine. Alright, so he already drew one, and now he has the other back. So unfortunate for us, but at least he's not ramping out in the meantime, right? I can put him down now, I'll get another ping, plus I'll get to attack here. Too bad I didn't draw one more land, that would have been pretty clutch. But let's go ahead and Witch's Oven. And Kitty Kitty. That looks pretty scary, I think. You know, they're just 1/1s, but we're already dealing damage, and we have another oven. What's he got here, right? What could he have? Pass. My turn. And he's gone. He could slay one of them. Alright. That's fine. I mean, I have to. Yep. If I get one more land to get this Midnight Reaper on the board, my card draw is insane. Of course, I'm not going to, though, which is the problem. But at least I get another body on the board. I can start potentially poking for one more damage, I guess, right? He's getting to be to a pretty high point in land count. That's unfortunate. The Scorching Dragonfire is also in exile. The more you know. I don't know what he has in his hand. He could have another instant, but I can always make another food for the cat. Unless it's another Slaying Fire. Where's my frickin' lands? How am I stuck on 2 and he's gonna be up to probably 6? Probably 6. That's crazy. I would be so blowing him out here if I could get one Reaper down. Or even the Mayhem Devil. Now he gets to scry. So we might have lost just because we're so mana screwed. Niv miss it? No, he can't. He doesn't have a red. Or 3 red. So what are you going to do? Explosion? So he gets to draw the cards, unfortunately. I get an extra food here. That's something to note. Alright, so he... Thank you forever. Thank you finally forever. Thank you. So I have some card draw too, so there you go. Be scared. Even if he tries to kill the Reaper, I'm going to sack the Cauldron Familiar first to double up on the card draw. Still no Niv Mizzet. That's good. I need one more red to get the Mayhem online. So he's trying to kill the Midnight or bounce him? Or what's he doing? So we're gonna... Yeah. We're gonna kill the Cauldron Familiar first. So there's 1 card draw. He attacks him. There's 2 card draw. Yep. Woo! 3 land win.